Hello, everyone, and welcome to LinkedIn Live. And we are here today with Jodi Scott. Jodi is the owner and founder of Green Goo, and we had a really great conversation on our podcast that is going to be dropping on Monday of this week coming up. So, hey, Jodi, how are you?
I'm great. How are you doing today?
I'm doing well. Thanks for popping on. Um,
Absolutely.
Yeah, I just really want our audience to kind of get a feel for what the podcast episode is going to be about and just, have them kind of listen to our conversation. So why don't you just hop on here real quick and just kind of talk a little bit about what we talked about in the episode. And so can we talk a little bit, a little teaser here? What was the real story behind, buying back your company?
The real story behind
The
buying
real
back our
story.
company.
Yeah.
Well, a little soundbite here. So, my mom's sister and I started this company, Green Goo. We grew it to over 150,000 points of distribution in less than 5 years. So it was just accelerated growth. And, we did what you do. You go and you find financial partners, and it didn't work. So you'll
Yeah.
just have to listen to the episode to get more details on that. And so we decided to buy the company back, and it took us 18 months, and it was quite the ride.
Yeah.
And I think that entrepreneurial journey probably had more value than the 5 years in that fast growth acceleration. So
Love it. Love it.
it was a
Uh,
wild ride.
yeah, it really was. You got to tune in because the story is crazy. It's absolutely crazy. What did you learn about trust? Like who to trust, how to rebuild, and also how to lead through it.
Well, you are who your friends are and you are who you do business with. So it's very
Mm,
important to find your tribe and, really make sure you are aligned. And, I think oftentimes you just don't think about what it's like when things go bad and how
mhm.
are you going to work together to move through the difficult times because you will have them. And
Yeah.
so I think those questions are important to ask in learning more about who they are spending their time with outside of the time with you to
Yeah.
just give you some color and context.
Love it. Love it. Okay, Jodi has got so many pearls of wisdom that, and the story is just absolutely incredible. Another question I have for you, just another little teaser for our audience is, what did you do differently the second time? Was it the systems, the boundaries, or just the overall decision making?
So we spent the first part of building our company very much in a state of fight or flight. You push
Yeah.
yourself, resilience and grit mean just to keep pushing through. And I think what I recognized in this journey of the chapter 2 is just how important it is to get present and
Hmm.
find clarity in the presence. And it's a less about doing and more about being, and it's feels counterintuitive. In order to establish that, you really do need to invest time in various exercises and efforts in order to achieve that,
Yeah.
but the value that you gain is so much greater, and honestly the productivity is even that much greater.
I love that. I love that. And we talk about resilience, right? So can you just give our audience a little nugget here? What's a mindset shift that helps keep you moving?
Stopping, breathing, and pausing, and
Mm,
and really truly feeling presence in your body so that when you're moving through a decision, you can feel how that lands and how that resonates. And the more you invest in that, the more you recognize what that feels like. And you can go, okay, I'm actually grounded in this moment to move forward.
yeah. I think, I don't know about you, but as I've gotten older, I've learned to stop. Like just take a beat and just breathe, And I think when we're younger, we're going after it. We're just going after it.
Well, you just think that every action is part of this to do list, and it's
Yeah.
just do more, do more, do more.
Yeah.
And the wisdom, the curiosity, the innovation that comes when you're really present and then you're present with your team is incredible.
Yeah, yeah, I love that. So let's talk a little bit about leadership, right? So what's the difference between being tough and being healthy as a leader?
Well, I think if you're healthy, you can be tough. can't always be tough and also be healthy. And so really investing in your health. I mean, I look at it,
Yeah.
obviously we're in the wellness industry, but when you really spend time in your health, you start to look at your wellness journey in a much more holistic way, whether that
Mhm.
is mindset and how that physically impacts reducing your cortisol levels and really optimizing that vagal tone so
Yep.
that you can be more resilient and bounce back quicker and your body will feel that difference.
I love that. That's awesome. So thinking about like when you take care of yourself, the self-care, all of that, like practical, practical nuggets that we get deeper into during the podcast. How do you spot the signs that you're heading towards burnout? So for someone listening.
Mm. Well, it's that whole notion where you keep moving, but you're just so tired and you
Hmm.
can't get that clarity and you're not sleeping well. And really it's that chronic fatigue, and yet your mind is going and going and going. And when you recognize that, it's really important to take a step back.
Love it. Love it. What is a boundary that you wish you had set earlier?
Giving myself permission to avoid more things that did not serve me.
Uh, don't we all wish that? I think so much. What's a habit that saved you? I mean, you guys went through some pretty difficult times. And again, guys, listen, make sure you like and subscribe and download the podcast on Monday. But what is a habit that saved you?
Getting outside,
Mm,
nature. And, when I felt like I couldn't, let's say I'm taking a presence exercise or taking a moment to pause and it's just not getting me where I need to go,
yeah.
get outside, get moving. And nature just has a way of recalibrating your system.
No, I love that. Oh my gosh, that's really, really amazing. So we have barely scratched the surface of what you and I talked about in our great conversation that we had. So for those of you listening, if you want the full story and deeper leadership lessons, please go to the podcast, People Profit podcast, like, subscribe, share, follow, and listen to this episode on Monday. Jodi, a little bit about Green Goo. Where can they follow you and learn more about Green Goo?
Green Goo, plant-based first aid and wellness products, and you can go to greengoo.com.
Love it. Love it. Last question. What do you want leaders to remember when life gets messy?
You have everything you need. Just get present. It'll come to you.
I, thank you so much for popping in on this LinkedIn Live. And we're super excited to have you and cannot wait for your episode to drop on Monday. Thank you so much.
Have a beautiful day.
You too.